Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And since being drafted somewhat late in the first round, Quentin Grimes has provided nice value for his draft position. He was selected 25th overall in the 2021 NBA draft. Currently in his fourth season, has looked like a nice piece for numerous teams. Yes, even though he's in his fourth season, he has already played for numerous teams, and he will soon be playing for his fourth, as he has been traded for the third time in slightly less than a year. So let's start with the most recent one, which was yesterday. Mavs trade Quentin Grimes, second round pick to 76ers for Caleb Martin. Well, the Mavs, of course, this wasn't the most high profile trade they've made in recent days, Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, but in that deal they also added Max Christie, which could take away playing time from Grimes. Has less of a need for him. Caleb Martin, more of a need with more size, so not a bad trade, although Caleb Martin has been out with injury. So it goes on to mention that they also get a 2025 second round pick. So that was yesterday. There was also a trade in the off season. Well, let's start with the first time he was traded, because he started his career with the New York Knicks, played 2 full seasons with them, and part of a third until he was traded to the Detroit Pistons at last year's trade deadline on February 8th. You see Pistons acquire Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, Malachi Flynn, Ryan Arcidiacono, 2 future second-round draft picks, and cash considerations from New York. Meanwhile, the Knicks received Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. Grimes was a full-time starter in his second season of 2022-23. He actually took the starting shooting guard spot from Evan Fournier, who was also included in this deal. But then in the 2023 offseason, the team signed Dante DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo started the year on the bench, but eventually supplanted Grimes as the team's starting shooting guard, making Grimes a little bit more expendable. Now, Grimes would go on to play just 6 games with the Pistons due to injury, and then once again was traded in the 2024 offseason. As you see, this Mavs trade Tim Hardaway Jr. to Pistons for Quentin Grimes. This happened, I believe, in the first week of July. Dallas sends veteran swingman Tim Hardaway Jr. and 3 future second-round picks to Detroit for Quentin Grimes. So Hardaway has pretty much been in the Pistons starting lineup for the entire season. Meanwhile, Quentin Grimes, no, he hasn't been in the Mavs starting lineup, but he was having a very solid season. So yes, he's been traded 3 times in less than a year, and you see he's not even 25 years old. He won't turn it until May 8th. If we take a look at Grimes' season numbers, averaging 10.2 points, 3.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists in 22.8 minutes. You see starting 12 of his 47 outings. Career best 39.8% from behind the arc. More than half his shots have been from 3-point territory. So he's played a nice role for a Dallas team that is going to look completely different. Of course, no one expected Luka Doncic at the age of 25 to be traded, but now the team has Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and now Caleb Martin as well. And the trade deadline is still just one day away. We have all day today and through the late afternoon tomorrow, where trades can be made. Will Dallas continue to move pieces? But Quentin Grimes, yes, looking like a solid young player. Again, not even 25 years old, but has been traded 3 times in slightly less than a year. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.